So for the next hour, I want you to indulge me just to be able to learn on the business of the 21st century. And I will show you why it is a business of the 21st century. But first things first, let's start with a small introduction. Who am I and why am I holding this? So that you can be able to get a sense of where I'm coming from. So my name is James Mumo, and I'm a former banker. I worked at the bank for about close to a decade and left in 2019. And when I left, one of the reasons why I was leaving is because I wanted to get into entrepreneurship. And I hope you can see me as well. Yeah. And I wanted to get into entrepreneurship. That's one of the reasons why I was leaving employment. I'd worked, I had been promoted quite a number of times, but there was a point that was reaching where I was feeling like, the amount of work you do and the pay that you're getting, they are not matching, right? And so that is what made me think of I should get into entrepreneurship. I should start something else. There has to be something else that would pay me what I am worth. And of course, with that, what happened is after that is I had a side hustle that I was doing, which was in photography. And it's a business I still do until today. I run a commercial photography business. And with this particular business, which started around 2016, I would juggle, my job and my photography side hustle until it became the business that I was doing. And almost at the same time, in around 2018 and 2019, I started a YouTube channel as well. And there I have been sharing about how people can be able to make money. And as the last time I just checked, on YouTube right now, we have about 76,000 subscribers. On TikTok, we have about 25,000 followers. And we're continuing to grow. These are places where I have been able to see I can make money from here. I can make money from here as well. And that still continues until today. And so the objective of this call is to help you, the person who has joined us today, to be able to build and start a business. There are so many people who we were starting this year and we said, I want to be able to start a business and I don't know which business to be able to start. And so I hope that with this particular call, you'll get to understand how to be able to start and build a business. And secondly, to show you that there is a way that you can be able to help the people that are around you. After you have helped yourself, there is a way that you can be able to help the people that are around you. And this is especially for people who have relatives and friends around them who keep on an emergency. Someone has an emergency of 2,000 shillings. And how you can be able to help these people to be self-reliant. But number three, you can be able to make money. I am one of the people who, anyone who looks at me, they keep saying, wewe, unakaa kabila fulani. Because I like money. And there are so many people who pretend that they don't like money. I never pretend that I don't like money. I like money because it helps you to do so many things. And so I want to show you a way that you can be able to make money as well. But number four, I also want you to have fun. This is one of the things that was really missing when I was in employment, because would stay a whole year where you stayed a whole year without ever having a break. And even when you have a break, by the way, when you're working at the bank, you are so tired, you just want to go home. In fact, I remember in 2018 when we would be planning a date when people would be able to go out and have a social event as employees. And the only day that can be available for you is either a public holiday or a Sunday. Those are the only days available for you because all the other days you have to be at work and there's nowhere where you'll be able to go and the whole branch is closed because guys have gone for a social event. But I want to show you a business where you can be able to have fun as well as you're making money. And as well, surround yourself with people who are doing the same thing as you're doing, and you can be able to learn from them as well. And so, what is a problem that we are currently facing? And you'll agree with me, being in Kenya right now already is a problem. But these are the problems that people were facing in 2024, and of course will face in 2025. One of the biggest problems that people are facing right now is high taxes. And of course, if you're employed, close to 50% of your salary is going to different things before you ever get your money. So before, it used to be that it was about 30%. So you knew 10 out of 30 days basically working for the government. But right now, the way things are, it is about 50%. In fact, I saw a stat of 45% of a salary is going directly into income tax, NSSF, the SHA, and housing levy. And there are so many other new levies that are going to show up. And of course, these things will always keep increasing. And the second thing that is happening and the problem right now is that there's an ever-changing landscape. The truth of the matter is you have no idea what is going to be changed tomorrow. We have no idea because you don't know what is in the pipeline right now that the government is planning to do. You have no idea. And the third problem that we are facing right now is diseases. And here I've just put COVID-like diseases because just last week I was reading a report that there is a new flu that is in China that kind of looks like COVID. And these are the problems that we are bound to face. And what is going to happen if that thing leaves China like COVID-19 did? All these are problems that people are facing right now. The fourth problem that people have today is AI. Why? Artificial intelligence is something that you probably don't know how to use or you're afraid of what it's going to do. And so this is a problem that people are facing right now because you don't know the job that I'm doing right now, 3 years down the line, can a machine do it? And what will I do? And the fifth thing is loss of jobs or no jobs at all. I'm sure in the news you've seen people who have masters and doctors. Like I had someone from my high school who had a doctorate, and his story was on the news a few years ago. And he was a tea plucker, and he's a guy with a PhD, no job for so many years. And people are losing jobs. Just in November and December of 2024, there are so many companies that are shutting down. And in fact, in January and February, there are so many other companies which are closing down. And so all these are people who will need a solution when they are facing all these problems. Because if someone does not have a job, what are they going to do? The sixth thing is health issues. And so many people have lived a lifestyle that has exposed them to so many of what are known as lifestyle diseases. And so these are issues that we need to deal with, and we need to help people deal with them. And even though there are so many problems that exist, there is a solution. And what is this solution? The solution, I want to give it to you today, is entrepreneurship. And I want to give you a quote by Robert Kiyosaki. This is one of my favorite entrepreneurs to follow. And he says, "The corporate myth is over. If you've spent years climbing the corporate ladder, have you ever stopped to notice the view?" And he asks, "What view?" "The rear end of the person in front of you." That is what you get to look forward to. If that is the way you want to view the rest of your life, then this call probably isn't for you. If you want to continue staying in a job for the next 30 years, then this is not for you. But if you're sick and tired of looking at someone else behind, then let us move on. And so when it comes to business, what are the things that are needed before anyone can be able to set a business? And I know Many of us are saying, but I don't have money, I don't have capital. And this is one of, I call it excuses, but this is one of the reasons that many people have not started business. Because when we sit down, and many of us have sat down as we start the year and you say, I want to start a business, but the thing you're thinking about of starting a business is going to cost you so much money, money that you don't have. So you have this dream, but you do not have any way of getting close to that particular dream. And the next question that people have is, what product am I going to sell? What service am I going to sell? Which business can make money? And I get such DMs. Can you give me a business idea to be able to start? And that's what I'm doing today. So that I can show you a business that you can be able to do and make money. And number three, the bigger problem that people have, they may have the money, they may have the product or the area they want to get into, but they don't have the expertise. And so when they get into the business, what happens is people who are doing the same business as you, they shut you down. And there's nothing you can do about it. How many people have we seen who have started a business in a place where they have rented, and then a few months down the line, the landlord tells you, you know what, uh, we can't have you as a tenant anymore. There's nothing you can do. The place is his. So you leave. And once you leave, the next day they put the same business at the same place where you are. And these are things that are happening all around us. And the fourth thing that people grapple with whenever they want to set a business is customers. Where will I get customers from? But now I want to show you that it is so easy to be able to get customers in this business that I want to show you, because the demand actually exists. What if there is a better way? And the question is there a better way? And the answer is yes, a better way exists. And the better way that exists is called the business of the 21st century. What is the business of the 21st century? I know you're asking. The business of the 21st century is network marketing. And network marketing, Robert Kiyosaki says, it gives people the opportunity with very low risk and very low financial commitment to build their own income generating asset and to acquire great wealth. How if you could be able to build a business with low capital and you can be able to grow over time, and even as you are increasing your expertise in the business, you're still making money. This is one of the business models where you can be able to earn as you are learning in the business. And even if you make mistakes, because we always will make mistakes in business, you're making mistakes with little amount of money, and you don't have to put in all your life savings into a business which you have no idea how the business is done. So, what is this business all about? This business targets people in the health and wellness space, which, as we know, there are so many people who are struggling with health issues and wellness issues. And you have even probably yourself looking at, I want to lose weight this year, I want to live healthier this year. So there are so many people who are ripe customers for you to be able to work with them. And so our target market is in three forms, and we'll go through it as the presentation is going on. And the first is in health, and I'll show you how we can be able to help people in health and wellness as well. And the third thing is on financial freedom. How can we be able to help people get financially free as well? And I'm on the journey to financial freedom as well. And I want to bring so many people around me because I've learned, like the children keep on saying, sharing is caring. So there's no way you can be able to make an impact in the world if you're not helping many people. And so the big question is, what do we sell? And let me introduce you to the company that I am partnering with. The company is called BF Suma. BF Suma stands for Bright Future Superior Unique Manufacturers of America. BF, Bright Future, is a promise of the company. If you involve yourself in the company, then you will have a bright future. And in fact, When we greet each other, we say bright morning, bright future. That is how we are viewing the future. Instead of thinking of what problems are there in the country, we are thinking of we have a bright future because it's something that we are doing that is going to give us a better future. And the second part is S&U, superior and unique. This is a product. This is a plan that we have. This is what we offer. The products that we offer are superior and they are unique in nature. Why? Because the company that we are involving ourselves in has been in the health and wellness space for the past 30 plus years, giving people the best medicines in the market. And now they decided to get into natural products as well. And then MA Manufacturers of America tells you that where the business is situated. The business started in the US, but that is where the factory is. And it came to Kenya, and now here we are. You're learning about it. Our products are from natural resources, and they are unique and well researched as well. And so the brand of products that we have, the brand of products that we have are in the space of nutraceuticals. I'm sure you've heard of pharmaceuticals. What are pharmaceuticals? Pharmaceuticals are chemically made medicines. But nutraceuticals is a broad term that is used to describe a product that is derived from food sources where you can be able to get extra health benefits in addition to the basic nutritional value that is found in food. The foods that we eat, and you will agree with me, our earlier generations, our grandfathers, our great-grandfathers used to live longer lives because of natural foods. But as we have gone on and into the generations of today, we have so many processed foods. So because takes our natural foods and it picks out the health benefit and the nutritional value that is in that product and can put it in a sachet, can put it in a capsule so that you can be able to get that product in a compact manner. And one of them is the coffee I'm taking today. So this company has various products. Why does it have this many products? It has this many products to show you that you can be able to go into any of them. You can pick even just one product and be selling that product. But there are over 40 of them. And I'll go through them in a few minutes. I'll not go into a lot of details on them because I'm just showing you what we sell. And the first is on immunity boosters. We also have supplements that deal with bone and joint care. We have those that help with cardiovascular health, the brain, the heart, the lungs, the liver. We have those that help with digestive health. I am on a journey right now to be able to get back to to 2 digits in terms of weight. And I'm using our digestive health supplements because I used them last year, lost about 8 kilos. Now I want to do it again so that I can lose even more kilos. Of course, your confidence goes higher as you get into better shape. And then we have male reproductive health. This deal with erectile dysfunction, with prostate issues for the men. Then we have women reproductive health, dealing with things like fibroids and cysts. And we can be able to help ladies in that area as well. Then we have children health. Children can be able to be helped with their eyesight, with their immunity. You don't want your child that just because they're opening school this week, they come home back with a flu, or because they have been straining their eyes on mobile screens to need spectacles at a very young age. So you can be able to help them with our products. Then we have anti-aging products, which can help people with things like Alzheimer's and dementia, and even how your face looks as you get older. And we'll get into that as we go on. And so in our immunity boosters, we have quite a number of products. And one of the products is called ginseng coffee. And ginseng coffee helps with improving blood flow and also making sure that you have proper heart function. In fact, there are people who have high blood pressure that we give ginseng just to be able to regulate their pressure. We have refined Yunzi essence as well, which is an anti-inflammatory. And for the ladies who have hormonal imbalance and even men who have hormone imbalance, you give them refined Yunzi. And you may be able to hear something that can be able to help someone in your life or even you yourself. And these are the products that exist. You can take a screenshot of any screen that you see. And as we move on, and our star product is called Pure and Broken Ganoderma Spores, which helps in boosting of immunity. And also for people who have fibroids, it is good for, it's an anti-tumor supplement. Then we have reishi coffee, which we give for detoxifying of the liver and kidney and for boosting of the immunity system. But it is also a good drink. What I'm having is called NMN coffee. We'll talk about it a little later. And in the bone and joint, as our parents get older, even as we get older, these are some of the things that you can be able to give as a present, by the way, to your grandfather or your grandmother. Zaminocal Plus helps to maintain healthy bones and teeth and also prevention of goiter. And it also slows down the aging process and preventing of night blindness. Arthro Extra is good for people who have arthritis because it also helps to repair bone cartilage and promoting of flexibility of joints and relieving of joint pains. Glucojoint helps with nourishing of the joints and reducing the symptoms of osteoarthritis. Then we have for cardiovascular health, we have Detoxiliv, which helps to improve the liver function, and it also leads to better sleep, regeneration of cells. I like Detoxiliv because it has a certain honey taste. You can be able to just take it. And also people with issues of cholesterol, you can be able to give them Detoxiliv. Then we have our Gym Ease tea, which is a sugar destroyer. And it also helps to suppress sugar cravings and delaying of glucose absorption into the blood. Then we have Cerebrain, which helps to promote blood flow to the brain and improve brain cell metabolism. If you're people who keep on forgetting things, then you get them Cerebrain. Then you have Micro 2 Cycle, which helps in maintaining proper heart function and also prevention of a heart attack. And it helps to balance cholesterol and prevent blood clotting. It is a blood thinner. And in digestive health, we have quite a number. I have almost all this in my arsenal right now that I'm using for the next month. We have Veggie, which you take in the morning. It's an all-natural detox, and it helps to eliminate accumulated waste in the body. If you've eaten a lot in December, then you need some Veggie. Then you have our ProBio 3, which helps to promote good bacteria. These two go together because once you're done with Veggie, you take your ProBio 3, and it helps to combat antibiotics resistance. There are people who have taken quite a number of drugs. Anytime you feel there's like a small issue, you take some medicine or you take some drugs, and then now that develops an antibiotic resistance. So you can be able to get rid of that with our ProBio 3. Then we have our Novel Depile, which helps people with anemia. They can be able to be helped with Novel Depile, and also relieving of hemorrhoids and bleeding and swelling. So there are people who have very bad cramps. You give them Novel Depile. And Anti-DA, which is an anti-diarrhea, is one that every single home needs because people who have food poisoning, indigestion, this is what you take. You just it's a black pellet that you take, and you can be able to get rid of food poisoning. Then Consti Relax is a prebiotic. Remember, ProBio is a probiotic. And this is food for the probiotic, and it also helps in promoting digestion and easing of constipation. That is our digestive health. Then we come to the men. The men reproductive health, we have 3 products. One is called the X-Power Man, which helps to prevent male impotence and erectile dysfunction. We have our X-Power Coffee, which you can take to sustain erections by maintaining blood flow. And then Prostate Relax, especially for our older men from 40 and above, to prevent prostate enlargement and also reduce urinary unwellness. So there are people, men especially, who every single night they have to wake up so that they go and relieve themselves. Or when they have peed, they dribble even after shaking really well. So you give them our Prostate Relax, you pick this, plus our Zaminocal, and that helps our men. Then when we come to the ladies, we have a feminine cleanser called Femicare, which eliminates abnormal vaginal discharge, itchiness, and unpleasant odor. And it is also good for people who have UTIs. And then Feminagy for hormonal imbalance. And it also is a good anti-inflammatory and also help ladies to maintain their youthful look. They take some Feminagy. Then for our children, children are not left behind. Any kid from 1 going up can be able to take any of these supplements. One is vitamin C, which is a good immune booster. If you have a school-going child, then they need vitamin C. And then secondly, you have your sharp vision, which helps for eye fatigue and improving of eyesight, especially because our kids are usually on TV screens or mobile screens. Then you need to give them some sharp vision. And then you have calcium and vitamin D3, making sure that they become tall. They do not have stunted growth. Vitamin D3 will help there as well. And these products that are used by children can also be used by adults as well, but they have a taste that appeals especially to the children. Then we have our cell repair or anti-aging, where we have our NMN. NMN is nicotinamide mononucleotide, which is a molecule that helps to reverse the aging process and also repair of broken DNA strands. So you have a grandparent or someone who's over 50 who is quite forgetful. Instead of giving them the Cerebrain, you give them NMN Sharp Mind, which is in our cell repair and anti-aging line, and you can actually see it. It helps to preserve sharp memory. And of course, I like NMN coffee because it has no sugar in it. This is a premium coffee. You can even give it as a gift to someone. But over and above that, it also helps to prevent brain degeneration. And people who are working really hard, the CEOs who are really busy, then they need NMN Sharp Mind. We have other products that are used around the home. We have our toothpaste. We have our herbal soap. Our water purifier is currently not in stock, but these are products that you can be able to use at home. And even as you use them, you can be able to sell them and make money as well. We have our skincare line, which has a lotion, a toner, cleanser, face mask, and a cream as well, which people can be able to use and take care of your skin. You do not have to have wrinkles, by the way. As you keep on growing old, you can make use of our skincare line. So that shows you what we sell and how do people make money. When we sell these products, they are provided to us by the company and we are able to sell them independently. And so how do people make money with this company called BF Suma? The first way that we make money is through sales. So I'll give you an example. I'm just checking for a product here. So this is one of our products. This is Pure Unbroken, but this Pure Unbroken is 17,000 when we buy it. This is 17,000. When you're selling it, you sell for 22,000. So you make 5,000 shillings just being able to sell this. This is part of our immunity boosters and it has 60 capsules in it. So someone can be able to use it for a whole month. And you've made 5,000 from one person. And if I'm able to sell 5 of them, I make 25,000. So that's a fast way that you make money. The company has set aside a price list. This is a discount that you get and you're able to sell 30% and make your money from there. The second way that we make money here is through an end month rebate. From every single product that you pick to distribute to other people, there is a rebate that you get, and the rebate starts from 5% all the way to 28%. You can be able to grow your business to be able to be getting more for every single product that you have gotten and sold. And even from your team, as you keep on growing, you'll be able to get from 4% to 23%, depending on how you're growing your team as well. And you have cash incentives that exist in the company. Every so often, there is a promotion that is going on. There was a huge one in November. There was another one in December. Of course, there'll be another one in January. And all this are so that you can be able to grow your business. And then there are company incentives that we make money from. So you may find, for instance, this sells at 17,000 to a distributor like myself, and there'll be a promotion where it is 15,000. So I make that extra 2,000 from the company, and I can still sell it at 22,000 and make that money at the end of the day. Then there are company trips. For instance, there's one that is coming up in July, and people will start qualifying for it in February, where people are going to Masai Mara, and I'll show you a few photos. Then we have intercontinental trips that people get fully paid for, $2,000, $4,000 for the international trips. Last year, people went to Dubai for the intercontinental trip, and they went to Malaysia and the USA for the international trip. The fifth way, is it the sixth way? This number six way that people make money in BF Suma is through a car award. You can earn a car every year. And I know some people, and I'm there as well, there are times that you really want to have a car, and so many people stay so long without ever having a car because the only way people get cars in this country is through loans. But in BF Suma, you can actually work this business and earn a car every year. And I'll show you a few examples in the next slides. Then the next is a Villa Award. This is a gift that is given over $100,000 every 5 years once you reach a particular rank to be able to build your own mansion. There are people who have two. We have one of our leaders who had his first one that was awarded in 2024 December. And you can be able to get this as well in the next 5 years. Imagine if you can be able to do a business that is paying you right now. You're making your profits every single day. At the end of the month, you're making your rebate. You have cash incentives every month. Every year you qualify for a trip. Every year you get a car. And every 5 years you get a villa. That must be a good business. But you're asking, what is the evidence? And this is the evidence. This is from our 2024 trip to Masai Mara. We were able to go there for 2 nights, fully paid for, 4-star hotel that we stayed in. And of course, we were able to see the Big Five. And you can see the lion was enjoying himself with his wife right there. I hope it is the wife. But the wife right there, after their morning kill, they were just under a shade. And we were able to get that close to be able to see and experience all this. And of course, I was not alone. This is a team that we're going with who had qualified. We had 85 people who had qualified for this particular trip, and we had quite an amazing time just from the fact that we have made money. Now it was time to have fun. And of course, this was fully paid for. All we had to do was show up in the morning and with our bags packed, and each of us into our Land Rover, and you can be able to see our Land Rovers just behind there. And we had quite some fun. December 18th of 2024, people were being awarded cars. And you can see all the cars that are on your screen. All these were cars that people had won. And the good thing with this company, and one of the things that I love, is that you can be able to win a car, and the car is in your name, personal name, no name of the company. And the company just tells you, go look for a car. This is the budget. It is either $12,500 or $25,000. You go look for your car, and we'll pay that person. You come with your car back to Nairobi. And you can actually be able to see this first car here is a KDS. No number plate yet. It was just there. Brought in on Saturday. The event was on Wednesday. The person just went, picked his car, came back with it. And it was quite an amazing event. And you can actually be able to see another one. This gentleman, by the way, that I'm showing you on your screen is someone who did not go to university, but right now, this is his 12th vehicle that he has gotten from this particular business. He has gotten 2 villas, and he says this next year, 2025, actually this year, 2025, he's working on a chopper. He's tired of getting vehicles. He wants to get a chopper. So he'll add his own money. The company will give him his $25,000, and he can be able to get his chopper. And this is the kind of lifestyle that exists because of this company. And the question I know you're asking yourself right now, all these things, you've seen the products, you've seen how people get paid. How can you get started? And you can be able to get started in 4 different ways. And the reason why I give you all these 4 options is because it depends solely on you. How much capital do you currently have, and how fast do you want to grow in the business? Because different people start at different levels and they're able to grow their business at their own speed, because this company will allow you to start your business at 10,000 shillings, and it will also allow you to start your business at 1.3 million. That depends on you. How do you want to start the business? And all in between, there are different options that exist. And so I want to show you what is possible when you start at these particular levels. I'll give you 3 examples, and allow me to start with this one for 850,000. So if you have 850,000 and you say you want to get started in the business, registration is standard. It's 2,900 shillings. And then I'm giving you an example of a product that we have, which costs 7,830. And in this example, you can buy 108 of them, of course, just for the example. But when you're doing it practically, you won't just buy one product. I would just show a couple of them so that you have all the products, different quantities, and we'll do that math with you on a one-on-one basis when you're getting started. But this just shows you what is possible. With 108 of this product, that will cost you 845,640. And the total that you're spending on the first day is 848,540. And this is normal. So many people start businesses with about 1 million, 1.3, even 2. And I know people who've started with 5 million, they're starting a business. So this business can be done like that. You can start the business with 850K. If you have 500,000, you can start the business with 500,000. And when you sell this product, you are selling a 30% profit. Of course, there are 108 of them. You'll get a profit of 253,700. And of course, you can decide to sell this product just a little higher than the 30%. Of course, the profit will be more. That depends on you. And you will get points in the company of 6,048. And as you are starting off, I'll explain all this when you're in the business and how to take advantage of all this. And at the end of the month, the company will pay you at 28%, and you'll have 228,614. And the total income for that month, the profit plus the rebate, the bonus that the company is giving you, you'll have made 482,306. And you can decide to reinvest this back, 848 the next month. And you'll be making this money every single month as you're looking for customers, because the work now is to look for customers. And that shows you how to be able to start this business with 850,000. But probably you don't have 850,000. And say you have 41,000. I'm giving you this example. If you're starting at 41,000, you register with 2,900, and I have a number of products that are showing up on the right here worth 38,745, which you can start. When you have a patient who has dementia, you can be able to start them by you're buying the products at 38,000, and the profit that you'll have made is 11,000 when you sell to them. And with this one client, you'll make 11,623. If you look for 5 clients who have the same issue, you have a profit of 58,115. If you look for 10 clients, you have 116,230. At the end of the month, if you just looked for 1 client, you'll get a bonus from the company of 1,444. If you had 10 sales, you'll have a bonus of 18,778. If you do 18 sales, you'll have 37,557. And of course, the income shows there as well. The profit is 11,000 plus the 1,444, and the 58,000 plus 18,000. You have 116,000 plus 37,000. You can see the total income that you can make. So in essence, you can actually make over 150,000 when you started the business with 41,000, and you know this money that you started with, the capital is still there, and you can be able to grow your capital as you go on. But what if even 41,000 you did not have? But what if you had 10,000, actually 11,000 to be able to get started? Registration, 2,900, and you buy this one product that we talked about a little earlier, but just one. You have just one that you have to buy. And once you bought it, you'll spend 10,730. When you sell this product, you'll get a profit of 2,349, and you can be able to see the profit that you'll make by selling to 5 people, to 10 people, to 18 people. Of course, the sky is a limit. If you find 20 customers to be able to buy, even if you just started with one, you can go buy, come back to the shop and be able to buy again, go sell to the next person. In fact, right now, you can be able to take the next 30 days and sell to 30 clients, one client a day. You're making 2,300 per day times 30. You can be able to do that math. And at the end of the month, if you've sold to 18 people, you can be able to see you'll get a bonus of 17,690. And that 18 clients, the profit plus the bonus gives you a total income of the month of 60,000 shillings. And so you can actually realistically be able to start this business with 11,000. And at the end of the month, with 5 clients, you can be able to get your profit of 11,000 at the end of the month, plus your bonus of 6,800. This is how you make money in this economy. And even as you're doing your job, even as you're in employment, at the end of the day, you're still doing this business as you are going on. And this is how people are able to do business. Why? Because I don't want you to leave your job to start a business. I want you to start a business so that you can be able to leave a job. For the next 6 months, for the next 12 months, you can do this as a side hustle, building it as we go on, going on and making sure that you get clients as you're still getting your salary, as you're still paying your bills, and you're building a business that will be able to build you in the future. And so how do we ensure success in this business? There are so many people who start business and they are all alone. If you are going to start a business today, no one is going to help you. No one is going to come and tell you, I want to come and make sure that you also succeed. Those people don't exist except in my team. I'm part of a team that is known as the Visionary Eagles, and we provide support and training. This makes sure that once you get into the business, we expose you to support, we expose you to training so that you can be able to learn more about all these products that we have right now. And here is how we are able to train you. The first is daily trainings. No matter where you are in the country, just let me know. I will tell you a shop that is near you where you can be able to go and get trained daily. And even if you're in a town which does not have a training shop, you can be able to get online training at 8 p.m. For instance, just before this call, there was a training that I attended between 8 and 9. And this is training that you get so that you're able to increase your skills. And the third is one-on-one training by your leader, myself. I'll be able to train you and help you see what I am doing in order to get success and how you can be able to do that as well. And the more I train you, the better you become. And you also, the people that you bring into the business, you do the same thing for them. And even the people that you bring, you can bring them to me as well, and we can train them so that you also learn together and work together and grow together. This is a good business to be able to do with your friends because the training and support exists. So who else is doing this business? There are distributors who will work together as a team to make sure that we all achieve our goals. So for instance, what I will do with you specifically is we will sit down once you have joined, whether we are doing this online or in person. If you're outside of Nairobi, it's okay. We'll still do this over Zoom. and I'll be able to ask you this question: what target, financial target do you have? And I'll be able to show you how you can be able to use this business to get that target. Maybe you want an extra 10,000. Maybe you want an extra 15,000. Maybe you want to just make 20,000. Maybe you have lofty goals of getting a car. I'll be able to show you how you can be able to build your business so that by the end of 2025, you'll have qualified for your car. You get your free car. Can we be able to qualify for more than one car? The 15 of us that are here, yes, it is possible. And so you'll be part of a people that are all going towards the same goal. We are part of a team that is known as the Eagle team. And the team that I currently run is called the Visionary Eagles team. We meet every 3 months for a team building event. Of course, we have regular meetings monthly as a team to be able to help each other so that we can be able to learn from each other as well. And you do not work alone. When you're able to do a production of 1,000 points and above, you get access to even more mentorship and coaching by our leaders, where you'll be able to sit down in a 5-star restaurant and have breakfast together with them so that you can be able to see, what are you doing to grow? What can I be able to incorporate in my business to be able to grow? And all these are things that we can be able to do together. And what is in it for you? And this is a question that you may be asking yourself. So one is, you can be able to come and do a wellness check. We have a clinic where you can be able to come in, do a check for 1,500, come and get checked, get to see where your health is. But secondly, you can be able to get a distributor account so that you can be able to start working on your financial freedom, help other people get to their financial goals, and that will also help you get to your financial goals. Find people who are unwell and they want to get better, and recommend them to our clinics, to our doctors, so that they can get their wellness checkup. And with this, you make money because you can be able to sell the supplements once they have seen the doctors. And secondly, you can be able to grow your team as well from these people who are actually getting better. And so what can you do right now? You've had this presentation. The first thing that you can be able to do, get in touch with me on WhatsApp. You have my number, of course. That's my number on the screen as well. Just get in touch with me on WhatsApp. Tell me, I want to be able to start. Tell me, I want to start at this level. Ask me any questions that you may be able to have. I'll try as much as possible for the next 10, 15 minutes to still be online so that I can answer the questions that you have. But as well, in the morning, you can give me a call. I'll get you started. Depending on whichever town that you're in, you should have your kit in about an hour or by the end of the day if you're not in Nairobi. And you can be able to get started in any of these 3 levels. But of course, I'd love you to be a business builder so that we can make this money. There's money to be made in this business, and you can be able to make money all through 2025. Thank you for your attention. I'll open to questions in the chat. I'll look at the chat so that you can be able to see which questions that exist. If you haven't yet followed us on our social media, it's Together We Rise in Africa on Facebook and on Instagram. And we have a YouTube channel, which we are working on just to be able to help you and have a resource so that even if you don't know anything about this business, I can be able to just send you information and you can grow your business from there.